Jay Brown is so good of a wide receiver that he can actually read a book on the NFL sideline. But this was not always the case, as coming out of high school, he was ranked as the 5th best wide receiver in the 2016 college football recruiting class. So where are the 4 wide receivers ranked higher than him now? Well, to start, just in front of him at number 4 was Tyree Cleveland, coming out of Houston, Texas, who committed to play for the Florida Gators. And he actually got to see playing time in his true freshman season at Florida, having a solid year with 298 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. Sadly, though, after this, he just never got better for Florida, playing as a wide receiver for them for 3 more seasons, but not really doing much, and would only be selected in the 7th round of the 2020 NFL draft by Denver. And he would go on to play 3 seasons with Denver, not really doing much, bouncing around practice squads, last playing for the Colts in 2024. And just in front of him at number 3 was Austin Mack, coming out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, who committed to play for the Ohio State Buckeyes. And he saw basically no playing time in his true freshman season there in 2016, and then in 2017 in his sophomore season, he had a solid year with 343 receiving yards. Sadly, though, he also never really got better, having 2 more similar seasons in 2018 and 2019. He then would go undrafted in the 2020 NFL draft and sign with the New York Giants, where he actually got to see playing time for them. He sadly, though, only played 1 season for the Giants before bouncing around many different NFL teams and practice squads. In 2024, he's currently playing in the CFL for the Alouettes. Coming in at number 2 is Michael Pittman Jr., coming out of Thousand Oaks, California, who committed to play for the USC Trojans. And he didn't see much playing time in his true freshman season at USC in 2016, but saw an increased role in 2017 as a sophomore. And then in 2018, he had a great year, having 41 catches for 758 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns. Yet nobody could have anticipated what he would do in 2019, as he had a breakout season, having 101 receptions for 1,275 receiving yards and 11 touchdowns. He won the Pop Warner Award and was a second-team All-American, which allowed him to be selected in the 2nd round of the 2020 NFL Draft by the Indianapolis Colts. And so far in his time in the NFL with the Colts, he's been a very good player for them for 5 seasons, having over 1,000 receiving yards in 2 years. And this season he was great, but sadly missed a lot of playing time due to injury. And the number 1 receiver recruit was Demetrius Robertson, coming out of Savannah, Georgia, who committed to play for Cal. And in his true freshman season at California, he was great, having 767 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns. He was a freshman All-American and had a bright future, but in 2017 he did not play well. And after 2 seasons at Cal, he transferred to Georgia, and in 2018 he had 0 catches. And then in his next 2 seasons with Georgia in 2019 and 2020, he just didn't do very much and was kind of a bust of a college football player, going undrafted in the NFL and never having a single statistic in the league.